Hello, this is Red Wizard 52, and this is a relaxing let's play of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of and this is episode 2. And we made a character, Illidan, the first episode. He's a level 8 mage. Then we have Imoen. She's a character from Baldur's Gate. Well, all three of these are characters from Baldur's Gate. 1, but they are returned in Baldur's Gate 2. So she is a level 8 mage and a level 7 thief. And we have Minx, who everybody knows about Minx now because there are comics about him. He shows up in the source books. There's a source book based upon Boo for the Spelljammer. So yeah, he's a big deal now. But back in 2000, he was just a CRPG character. So he's a level 7 ranger. And then we have Jaheira, who is a level 6 fighter, a level 7 druid. She's usually paired with her husband. What was his name? Khalid, I believe is his name. But Khalid is missing. So we've been being experimented on by some crazy sorcerer guy. So yeah, let's talk to this creature here. Jailkeep Golem. Prisoners, you must not escape. The master does not will it. Wow, a golem. Powerful magic stuff. Odd that it's not hostile. I suppose its makers didn't expect us to escape it, so it never gave orders for restraining us. Yeah, I've done that game when I've played D&D. Golems only follow orders. Well, I shouldn't say only. Golems follow orders to a T, and you can get some interesting hijinks from out of that. Like they won't add context. They are very literal minded. They only do exactly what they are directed to. They don't really think. Exactly, so I just said that. If it hasn't been told to keep quiet, we might get some information out of it. Prisoners, you must not escape. The master does not will it. Who is this master you speak of? I am not permitted to speak with prisoners. Return to your cells. It is the master's wills. Where are we and why have we been brought here? You are his prisoners. He has brought you to his home because he owns you now. You must return to your cell. It is the master's will. I will not return to my cage. I'm not going to tell him that because then he'll fight me probably. The master wants me to be free. He released me. You are a mindless golem. I should find no answers for you. No, we're going to do number 2. Only I release the master's prisoners. You are his and must return to the cells. It is his wish. You are a mindless golem. Have I asked this yet? Where are we and why? He's just going to say, yeah. Okay, so we're going to say, you are a mindless golem. I should find no answers from you. You must not disobey the master. Return to your cells. So the question I have is, should we attack this guy? For experience. I forget how, it's pretty good. Back in 2000 when I played this, I would have known how many hit dice this monster would have had. If it's 8, if it has 8 hit dice, I forget how many, what in 2nd edition D&D, monsters don't have levels. They have hit dice. And I think they have what are called challenge ratings now in 5th edition. But in 2nd edition D&D, they were how many hit dice do they have? So the higher the hit dice, obviously the more difficult the monster. Hit dice also means they have 1d8 hit points. Sometimes there's a modifier on that. Like goblins have 1 hit dice minus 1, but most monsters have a certain number of hit dice. Let's see if we can take this thing out. Should we? I think Minx can handle it. Well, the problem is it might have magical defenses, so it's worth a try. So wait, actually, let's get Jaheira over here. And Imoen, I don't want Imoen fighting it. So let's see if they can kill it. It's worth a try. So far, all misses. Weapon ineffective. Okay, yeah, you need magical weapons to affect it. Thought so. So in second edition, you have this one of the major ways that they funnel you towards certain challenges is some um, monsters can only be hit with a certain level of enchanted items. So like, oh, it won't be hit with, you can't hit a stone golem without magical items. It needs to be +1 or higher or something like that. So let's see here. The bodies of several black hooded thieves litter the hallway, slaughtered by a massive release of magical energy from the distant explosions that you, oh my gosh, that you can still hear. It seems as if whatever battle killed these men still rages. So there's been a raid in this place. All right. Let's see. Okay. Actually, you know what we need to do? Find traps.
Good to go.
This reeks of traps. This hallway. At least in Baldur's Gate 1, it would have been filled with traps. The machine in the center of this room looks dangerous. Perhaps there was some sort of control device. Okay, control device. So that's, maybe we're meant to look at that corpse and say, oh my gosh, that's going to be us if we don't turn that off. So we need to turn that off. And is her, what if I can make her go invisible? Hide in shadows failed. What's her hide in shadows? When I played her in Baldur's Gate 1, she had really high hide in shadows. Hide in shadows, 25. That's not good. How about Minx? What's your hide in shadows? No, he can do it. I just... You see it? I know Minx can do it. Why can't he use stealth? Let's take his armor off. Maybe he can stealth if we use his armor off. If we take his armor off. Yep. I wish I could know what his hide in shadows score is. Stealth 62. See, that's awesome. So Minx is a great hide in shadows person. So, all right. All right. Enemy sighted. What do we have here? We have a lightning method. All right. That's I can't really remember what their how challenging they are, or what sort of resistances they have. Clearly, you don't want to hit them with lightning, but a method is like an imp. In second edition, they were like are associated with different elements. So that's clearly the control panel. If you look close, you see this. You see the wire, so you gotta go turn it off over there. So I want you to go do that. Actually, you go do that, Minx. Let's see if you can do it without getting attacked. Can you do it? There's a switch sometimes. Perhaps it will stop the lightning contraption. All right, well let's turn it off. Yeah, do it. The lightning machine stops once you flick the switch. Perfection. So he still hasn't been seen, but we're gonna have to take out this one method. I'm afraid there's traps in this room, but whatever, we'll just go in here. And if I can avoid using magic, did he just cast lightning bolt? This game, I love this game because it doesn't pull any punches. Like that's going to like do a lot of damage. It missed her. Okay. For some reason it's chasing Imran. Another lightning bolt, which is weird because that one did not ricochet off the wall. By the way, I'm pressing spacebar to pause. A lot of this game is pause, unpause, pause, unpause. It's just like in Baldur's Gate 3.
What do you want?
I think we're gonna be able to handle this method with this Jahira and badly injured yet. So how much damage did we do to it? So Jahira just did 12 damage. Minx did, I'm looking for hits, 9 damage. Okay, yeah, so 12, 9. We did 21 points of damage to it. That's not bad. And it gave us 420 experience. That's awesome. Anything in this room? Press M for map. Teleport portal. Prison cells. Okay, so we're probably going to have to go through this teleport portal eventually. Okay. I'm going to press Q. Probably shouldn't do this. Q is quick save. When we played D&D in the 2000s, because all of us had played these games, you know, but when we'd actually play the tabletop role-playing game, we would be like, I press Q. You know, whenever there would be like a tense moment, you didn't know what was going to happen. You wanted to press Q because you didn't want to walk into a room and get killed. It became like an idiom in our gaming group. I press Q. I don't know if that makes any sense. So it's what you say when you're anxious and you want to make sure that you're not going to make a mistake. But what's funny is you can't press Q in tabletop RPG. Like, you know, the DM's not going to let you go back on what just happened if you make a mistake. So what's this? We have crystals and stuff. This room is dominated by mineral deposits and crystals. It seems to be a natural cavern that this strange prison has been built around. The air holds an aura of power, and several pools with swirling lights grace the edge of the rough cavern. Okay, that's cool. Very mysterious.
Name.
Traps.
This way then?
Any traps? Any traps? You click this, and then she looks for traps. Alright. Ataka. Imoen, welcome. You have escaped somewhat later than I had hoped. I am Ataka. I had hoped to speak with Illidan. He is such fun to watch, but you, Imoen, now I turn to you. You have my welcome, my little piece. You have my welcome to my little piece of this place. I do try to keep it more appealing than the rest. My thanks. How's it that you know my name? What is going on here? I have escaped. I now wonder what part you had in my capture. I don't have time to speak with you right now, so let's be congenial. Number 1. Your name is well known amongst those who watch. Your life's thread is bright indeed, though in your path lies many a dark and frayed end. Can I press enter to continue? Yes. As to the easing of your mind and answering such questions as those that surely plague you, it is not my place to do so. I am sorry. I care little use for your excuses. Then what use can you be to me? It seems you have no wish to assist me. That being the case, farewell. Maybe number 2. Such assistance as you will get from me depends on yourself. Are you prepared to answer a question? Number 1, I will answer your question if it leads to you making some sense. To what end? Why do you need to ask me a question? Yeah, this guy's suspicious. He's a genie. Genies are always suspicious. The paths before Illidan branch 1,000 times. It is strangely difficult for me to see what comes. All I wish is a single answer. Tip the scales this once to me, and I shall tip them to you in return. Shall you answer me, or shall you strike out on your own? I will answer your questions if it will lead to your making sense. Alright. And here is my... By the way, I'm drinking coffee. I'm sorry if you can hear that. That here is my hypothetical question. You and your siblings are captured and locked in separate cells, unable to communicate. The mage responsible appears and speaks. He explains his sadistic game. In each cell, there's a magical button. If you press your button and your sibling does not, you will die, and your sibling is free. So if I press my button, my sibling does not, I'll die, but I'll free my sibling. If your sibling presses the button and you do not, they will die, but you will go free. If neither you nor your sibling press the button, both of you will die. This is pretty intense. If both of you press your respective buttons, both of you will die. The mage says that you have one turn of the hourglass to decide your action. Then he leaves. Okay. Well, if I do not press the button, then that means I'm being selfish and hoping that my sibling dies for me. If I do press the button, then that means I'm hoping that my sibling, I'm going to say it's my younger sibling, realizes that I'm the older sibling and I'm giving them a chance. But if they are, trying to be the sacrificer, if they want to be the big dog and sacrifice themselves for me, then we'll both die. And hopefully we know each other well enough that that won't happen. So I'm thinking number 1. And then number 3, I don't know. I would never use that. I would never choose that. So I'm going to say number 1. I will press the button, hopefully freeing my sibling. Interesting. No action can be performed without consequence, especially that which follows the noble path. Deal with this one. Noble 1. What? Okay. Ogre Mage. Ogre Mages can be hard, man. If I remember. So Minx, you need to get over there. Imoen, can you stop this guy somehow? Lightning Bolt. Monster Summoning. Globe of Invulnerability. Armor. I wonder how long armor lasts, because I can't look at it right now. I'm just going to run. I don't want to waste any magic just yet. Jaheira, you attack as well. Let's see how this works out. Okay, that's cool. I never put Mink's armor back on. I'm going to waste the time and do it. Okay. Okay, we got to get it. There we go. Oh, you can't put armor on during combat. Crap. It's stupid. It's really stupid of me. So let's do some. Let's just. I never rested, so I have no magic. Okay. Magic missile. Okay, Minx. That was really stupid of me not to put armor on Minx. I don't want to keep. I don't want to waste a bunch of. Okay, that. Oh my gosh! All right. How much damage did I do? That was really easy. 9 plus 4. It's 13. And then we get 23. Jaheira did 5. So we're up to 27. 15. Okay, so that's going to be 37, 42. 42 damage and that thing went down? Alright. Oh, and the genie's back. Well done. It appears you can deal with the consequences of your actions. In return for your indulgence, I offer advice. Seek out Relev. He waits for such as you. Offer him the release he craves, and you shall find the focus of your journey. Shall soon become apparent. Alright. So what do we get anything from this? And a bastard sword, okay. Okay, we never looked at this. As you peer into the pool, a void opens, and icy tendrils pull at your awareness, demanding that you submit. In horror, you look away. Okay, that's interesting. What's this pool all about? We have a fork. Dungeon fork. Oh man, this is a lot. As you peer into the pool, a void opens, and icy tendrils pull at your awareness, demanding that you submit. In horror, you look away. Actually, I just reread the last pool. The pool churns and swirls. Strange lights dance within. As you stare into the pool, you catch a glimpse of a cityscape. For a brief moment, with absolute clarity, you watch as the city changes. Ages pass, and the inhabitants drop their primitive tools and ways. Discoveries are made, and the minds of the people change and grow, every day grasping for a new fact or a new invention. The image slips away until you see only a pool. Alright. Okay. Alright. The pool churns and swirls. Strange lights dance within. As you stare at the pool, you catch a glimpse of a cityscape. Okay, we just saw that. Ages pass, and the inhabitants drop. Okay, we already saw that. Again, the pool clears. Life within the seas becomes a savage fight for survival. A creature seeks safety on land. It is merely the first. These pioneers grow and change from giant lizards to tiny insects. They change, and the world with them. Heat and ice change places, and eventually a stooped, hairy beast begins to walk on two legs, so that his other appendages can be put to better use. This is weird. This is kind of like a natural history museum or something. Okay. So we're definitely going to put Minx's armor back on. We're going to do Q. I want to rest because I have no magic. Can I do that? Or am I going to get attacked? Let's see if it works. Alright, it worked. I've got to hand it to you. You sure have some kind of courage to sleep in this place. I would have run screaming a dozen times over. We needed rest to succeed. We had to take the chance. I guess I should be used to sleeping with both eyes open. I don't deal with this well. We are alike because of Gorion, but I prefer being in the background. Do you remember much about Gorion? My memory is still fuzzy. Gorion was my foster father at, what was it called? Candlekeep. Just like library. He was a great mage and supposedly a great adventurer. It's funny, we lived with him for years, and Chihira seems to know more about him. Nonsense. He was secretive with everyone. We just had mutual acquaintances. I guess he was a big friend of the Harpers. Even the Harpers are like the good intelligence network in the Forgotten Realms. The Harpers are like the CIA and their enemy, the Zentarum network, are like the KGB. Even got a visit from Kelvin Blackstaff once. Real powerful mage, talked to Gorion like an equal. I wish we could go back to those days before all this fuss and bother, before I learned. Well, we've seen so much. Candlekeep seems so small now. Yes, but then to me it always did. It was home, but I outgrew it. No, I'm not going to say that. It wasn't much to go back to with Gorion gone. You have to move on. Well, let's say it, number 2. We missed Gorion. We still had friends there. They were proud, even if they didn't show it. Winthrop said so. He always thought Gorion was too stuffy. I don't know, though. Winthrop was the innkeeper at Candlekeep. Oh, my head still hurts, and I keep thinking I see things in the corners. Too much death here for my liking. It's in everything, even us. We won't be able to just walk away, The guy that captured us, he knows about you. He said something about potential. Something about great power. Illidan, say we won't look back. I don't care if he can't tap the power or access whatever other avatar stuff. We've got to get away from all this death. I have no intention of looking back. Our host has proven his evil intent. If it were just me, I might be interested in what he wants. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna say I have no. This guy tortured me, so yeah, we're not gonna look back. We're getting out of here, and if we encounter this guy, we're going to let him know what we thought about that torture. All right. So where should we go? We could go left, which is here. We could go right. I tend to always go left. Yeah.
What do you want?
Left with the thief going first. With fine traps. What's this? A goblin? Minx. Go get him. And we have archers in the back. That's not cool. Jahira. Go get the archer. Minx. Go get the archer. I bet you they can handle these goblins. Really wish I had something. I don't like using my magic unless I really have to. Emma needs to equip a sword. Even if she's not good with it, at least she can fight something. I guess I could use my quarterstaff too. I can face goblins. Here, let's gang up on this goblin. So they are taking over these. Okay, he just decimated this goblin. Archer. So now take out that one. Okay, so we got rid of the archers. So now we're doing good. Man, Minx is just. We're struggling with one little goblin over here. Shh. That's crazy. Okay. All these goblin body parts everywhere. It's gross. Well, there's not there will be no traps in this area of the quarter. What's this? Link's eye. Precious gem. Precious stone. Ooh. The burning hand scroll. We're gonna give that to our mage. Illidan, the main character. This is what I'm talking about. Well, what sucks is these are. This is a long bow, and she can only use a short bow as a rogue. And I don't think Jahira can use a bow, but we'll see. Jahira can use a bow? Of course she can't. She could use a bow, but she's religiously against it. So let's give this longbow to Minx. He's a fighter, he can use it. And all these arrows. We'll go to people who, I'm giving a couple to Emma, even though she doesn't have a bow. Eventually she will get one. So this is their quiver. That's where they pull from. So yeah, he has a longbow. All right, we're gonna queue. I wonder if I should keep queuing like that. Is that cheesy to do that? Autosave? Because it really means that you don't have any consequences. But I think that's kind of how they want you to play this game. Because it's brutal. You can, for example, there might be a trap here that's like, you know, insta-kill or something, like poison gas, and everybody gets electrocuted and set on fire, and everybody dies, and you have to start over. So you don't want to forget to autosave, because you definitely will be having to. What is Minx even saying? I don't even know. Okay. So we have a door here and a door here. This is like a real dungeon. Usually, in Baldur's Gate, because of the way the controls work, it doesn't feel very dungeon crawly. It's hard to explain. It doesn't. From my point of view, it's more like uh, um, this game is feels more appropriate with region exploration, like outside on a giant world map rather than a dungeon, because these pawns, it's hard to move them through. But it looks like this map is working as a dungeon. So I guess let's go this way now before we open a door. So let's see what's in here. Okay, I see a really narrow corridor.
Right you are.
Enemy sighted? Goblin. Everybody else, get out of the way, because that goblin can't hit us. He has an axe, so... Okay. But there's other goblins too, let's see. Yeah. Minx is just awesome. Look at him. Is he not wearing a helmet? Where did his helmet go? This is so cool. I don't want Minx to... Okay, so they're all dead. Okay. Got that little group of goblins. So let's go down this hallway now. Let's have Illidan get some treasure. Gold. Gold. She's still... Imoen is still detecting traps, right? Okay. Alright, is this a door? Where should we go? Here or here? So we're here, so let's just go in this room. Imoen, please, can you unlock this locked door?
Alright.
The mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock, and it may be warded against simple spells. I don't like that. I hate when games do that. It's like it really de-incentivizes you to get, you know, lockpicking. Like, why even make lockpicking in the game a thing if you're going to have, like, unlockable locks? You know? It's just... It's annoying. I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to be positive. But I do think it's annoying that there are unlockable locks in a game that you can kind of designate a lot of resources to your lockpicking skills. It seems a little clumsy. Like, they should be able to design the dungeon so that if you do break in there, it's not going to mess up all the scripts and stuff. But I don't know. I'm not a game designer. If I'm playing D&D, I will... You never want to... If you're the dungeon master, you never want to tell a player, like, they can't do something. You always want to try to figure out a way that they can do it, you know, without... you know, I mean, there's always should be a small chance of doing whatever you want to do. I don't know if that makes any sense. You don't want to you don't want to take away the agency of your players. Okay, what's this? I just opened this door. I made a decision. So we're going to go left. We're going to go into this room. Okay. Alright, what do we have here? A mist method. Everybody attack it. What did he just cast? Mist ball. I didn't know that was a spell. Oh wait, this is the problem with having a bow. Minx is affected by something. Blind. Oh, so the mist ball blinds you. That sucks. So I think blinding in 2nd edition, forget what it does. It's definitely, it should see attack roll is 16 plus 3. So he's only getting plus 3 to his hits. He probably gets much more usually. So, but we killed it anyway. I know this room. I've been in here. We both have. There are things in these tanks that used to be people. What kind of monster is this guy? Captures us easy as pie, kills whoever he wants. That could have been us in those glass things. We'll get him back, Imoen. Make him pay for all of this. Yeah. I'm not going to read all the options. This is going to be a long playthrough, so I'm just going to read the one that I'm going to choose. We don't even know where we are, and my head is still doing funny things. He said something about potential. He said something like releasing power within you so it could be used, but if it means taking part in horrible things, I don't like this place. Can we go? Emily is becoming the angsty. She was like a fun character in Baldur's Gate 1. Now she's like, angsty. I mean, I guess she is suffering from trauma, from being like, we're too far away. Let's see. Let's investigate this. The creature within this tube seems to be alive, albeit barely. The cells that power the tube are lifeless. You'll need to find newer power cells to revive this creature. Within the murky depths of this machine, you can see the lifeless remains of a strange creature consisting of a central orb and numerous eye stalks. It has been dead for some time. Tube is unpowered and the creature is dead. Tube is unpowered and the creature is dead. The creature within this tube seems to be alive, but barely. Okay, so we need to... Can we save some of these creatures? So barely alive and barely alive. Okay. Dead, dead, dead. So I'll make sure I'm not forgetting any treasure. Did I check this one? Dead. So a few of them are alive. Dead. The fluid within this device churns and bubbles, though the tank itself is empty. Short bow? Yes. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to give this short bow to Imwin. Okay. And yeah, that's awesome. We'll be able to... We have 2 archers now. That gives us, basically, some distance before we have any sort of encounter. We'll be able to get the drop on people to some extent. See, this is a kind of strategy in Baldur's Gate, which is you have an encounter. As the fog of war lifts, you always encounter the enemies like this. So you always want to have, archers ready to go, because it's like a strategic advantage. You can just stay back here. They always have to come to you, right? There's always going to be, unless of course they have missile abilities, which this one does, but you want to have as many missile attacks as possible, because just the way the game is structured, they always have to close the ground themselves. Okay, so let's have Jahir come up, and then Minx, you're close enough to use your sword. This thing has a lot of ice method. Had a lot of hit points, I thought. We're gonna eventually have to heal.
You can count on me.
Oh, I don't know why. That's hilarious. That's a coincidence too. I totally was like, I want to make sure that this is, this has no traps. So I clicked this because I thought it was going to tell me if there were traps, and I clicked it because and of course there was a trap here. It's totally not fair. My spidey sense went off, and I'm like, I have to check to make sure none of this stuff has traps. The moment I finally, decided that's important is the time I set off a trap. So that's crazy. Anyhow, we have to heal now. Look at this. This is craziness. I don't know if we can though. Is there anything else? So we have these I don't know what you call these devices. They're weird. It's like you sit in them and you can move things around. So, yeah, I don't know. But I don't know if you saw, we just got a magical something or other. So there's this term, floor 34. This is a Baldur's Gate thing, not a D&D thing. They just made it for this game. I think to, accelerate the identification of items.
because there's a chance if you see one of these, it means it's an unidentified magical item. If you left click it, there's a chance that it might be identified automatically based upon your lore skill, and it's identified automatically. It's a quarterstaff +1. Just +1 to attack. Yeah, that's it. So and +1 to speed. It's a little bit faster. So we'll give that to. We'll give this quarterstaff. No, you know what? Our fighter deserves the magical quarterstaff, and our wizard, who's probably not going to use it all that much, doesn't need that because Jahir is actually proficient in quarterstaff. I think. Let me see. Yeah. So man, she's encumbered. So I'm gonna do something cheesy now. I'm gonna save. This is a. You tell me if you think this is a kind of cheat. Then I'm going to use my magical. I'm going to use my healing magic. Okay. Does she have any other healing magic? Bless. No. How about Minx? He just has Berserk. What's this? Set Snare. I need to use that later. I have 2 heal spells. These are like from Baldur's Gate 1 special abilities. It's a real fast heal, so yeah. Bam. It's like a combat heal. Cure Light Wounds. Minx. Alright, so then what I'm going to do, this is where it gets slightly cheesy. I'm going to save game. Going to maybe, I'll just call this, here I'll say Red Wizard 2. You guys know my name's Jason, but I'm going to just use my handle for these Let's Plays. So I saved, and then I'm going to sleep. So then I get all of my heal stuff back. Because there's really no reason to preserve time in this game. At least in Baldur's Gate 1, there was no reason to preserve time. Like there really wasn't. It was like nothing triggered or went bad if you took your time. So it's like one of the problems with 5e is using the short rest and the full rest. You could just keep doing it over and over again. But yeah, so all right. Well, I think gonna keep this a little bit short today. Have some things to do, so made a little bit more progress. So got out of this thing and we explored some dungeons. So we'll keep going. Thank you very much. That was episode 2, and if I'm missing anything, let me know. If there's any awesome magical items or secrets, Easter eggs that I've lost, let me know, and I'll go back and get them. All right. Have a good day.